Welcome to our channel, Youth on the Rock. Jesus is the rock.
Quinn didn't just live in the world she expected it to bow. Raised in a cocoon of unearned luxury, she viewed her mother, Martha, not as a parent, but as a silent benefactor. When her father passed, the grief was merely a distraction from her rising follower count. "Image is everything, Mom," Quinn snapped, filming a Get Ready With Me video while Martha scrubbed floors to pay for Quinn's designer handbags. "If I look poor, I am poor." Martha, fueled by a misguided love that bordered on martyrdom, emptied her savings into Quinn's brand. But the real rot began when Kai entered the frame. A charismatic crypto king with a silver tongue and leaden soul, he convinced Quinn that Martha's retirement fund wasn't a safety net. It was seed money. "We'll double it in a month, Martha," Quinn lied, eyes cold as glass. They drained the accounts, eloped in a cheap Vegas chapel, and returned not as providers, but as masters. The investment vanished into Kai's gambling debts and failed schemes. To save face, they kept Martha as a leave-in servant. When Quinn's son Theo was born, Martha became the unpaid nanny, the cook, and the scapegoat. The cruelty became a sport. Quinn and Kai dined on steak while Martha was served scraps in a rusted, empty biscuit tin. "Why does Grandma eat from the trash?" a young Theo once asked. Kai laughed, a hollow, jagged sound. "She's senile, champ. She doesn't know the difference between prime rib and a potato peel." The climax of cruelty arrived on Thanksgiving. While the house glowed with warmth and laughter from Quinn's influencer friends, Martha was locked in the damp basement. She sat among the cobwebs, clutching a faded photograph of the daughter she once knew, listening to the muffled cheers of a family that had buried her alive while she was still breathing. By 13, Theo was a monster of their own making. He didn't just ignore Martha, he mocked her. "You're a ghost, old woman," he'd sneer, mirroring his father's arrogance. Quinn and Kai cheered his strong personality, oblivious to the fact that they were sharpening the blade that would eventually turn on them. Then came the Great Inferno. A celebratory launch party for Kai's newest scam ended in a nightmare of faulty wiring and screaming metal. The bar became a furnace. Quinn and Kai survived, but the cost was high. Kai's legs were a map of third-degree burns, and Quinn was left partially immobile and scarred. The money was gone. The followers vanished. Only Martha remained, her frail body trembling under the weight of their medical needs. She changed Kai's bandages and bore Quinn's bitter screams until her own heart began to falter. For the first time, Martha chose herself. "I am going to my brothers," she whispered. "I have nothing left to give." Left alone, the house was silent except for the growl of Quinn and Kai's hunger. "Theo," Kai shouted from his wheelchair. "Theo, please. We haven't eaten since yesterday." Theo stomped into the room, the floorboards groaning under his resentment. He didn't bring a tray. He didn't bring a kind word. With a resounding clatter, he dropped 2 dented metal biscuit tins onto their laps. Inside were the gray, cold remains of a takeout meal he hadn't finished. "Eat," Theo spat, his eyes reflecting the same coldness Quinn had shown Martha years ago. "It's what you taught me, isn't it? You're broken and useless now. You won't even remember this anyway." As Theo slammed the door, the silence that followed was deafening. Quinn looked at the rusted tin, then at Kai's horrified face. The memory of Martha's tears in the basement rushed back like a tidal wave. They weren't just eating scraps, they were eating the harvest of their own cruelty. The moral lesson of the story is, the heart you break today becomes the hammer that hits you tomorrow. Children do not learn from your advice. They learn from your examples. Kindness is the only investment that never depreciates. For what you sow in the soul of a child, you will surely reap in the winter of your life. Obadiah 1 verse 15 says, "As you have done, it shall be done to you. Your deeds shall return on your own head." What goes around comes around.